Hi guys, I'm back for chapter 5 and it's a little less sunny in here so I can actually see myself and see the book and not squint and be blinded by the sun. So our next chapter, chapter 5, is the Great Escape. So I told you at the end of the last video and at the end of chapter 4 that I was thinking, based on all the little clues that Abby Klein put in there, that something was going to happen. And we have the title of the book called Stop That Hamster. So we know that the hamster's going to get out. And Mom keeps saying, don't let him out, don't let him out, lock the cage tight. And Freddy keeps reassuring her that it's not going to happen. And now we have the Great Escape. So let's read and find out what happens. Later that night, Harold watched the Nature Channel show When Sharks Attack with me and Robbie. I think he was a little scared by those great white sharks. Don't worry, Harold. They won't eat you. They live in the ocean and you don't even know how to swim. Okay, boys, it's time to go to bed, said my mom as she came in the room and turned off the TV. Aw, Mom, can't we stay up just a little later? Have you guys ever asked that question before? I know my kids have. Harold wants to see the next episode of When Sharks Attack. Oh, really? Harold does? I thought Harold was afraid of the sharks. Isn't that what I just heard you say? Yeah, I turned to Robbie. Robbie, help me out here, I mouthed. If he watches how the sharks behave, Mrs. Thresher, then he might overcome his fears. Is Robbie a genius or what? Good one, I whispered. Nice try, boys, but it's time for bed. Go brush your teeth. I picked up Harold's cage. Come on, Harold, let's go see if Princess Susie is home yet and hogging the bathroom. When we got to the bathroom, the door was locked, so I pounded on it. Hold your horses, little brat. I'll be out in a minute. Yeah, right. More like a few hours, I whispered to Robbie. Hey, I heard that. Well, would you hurry up? Harold really hates to wait. Just then, the bathroom door opened a crack. Harold? Did you say Harold? Why didn't you tell me the little cutie patootie was with you? Come right in, Susie said, opening the door wider and reaching for Harold's cage. Wow, Harold must have some kind of magic powers. He can turn the evil Susie into a charming sister. Oh, you are such a cute little fluffy wuffy, Susie cooed into the cage. I could just eat you up. Look at you. You are such a weirdo. No, I'm not. Yes, you are, I said, making the cuckoo sign, and Robbie burst out laughing. Am not, am too. Just then, my dad stuck his head in the bathroom. Hey, what's the noise about? You're all supposed to be getting ready for bed. Freddy, can you hand me Harold's cage? Why, Dad? Because I'm taking Harold down to the kitchen. Your mom and I have decided that Harold will sleep in the kitchen. The kitchen? Yep, the kitchen. Do you remember I told you that hamsters are nocturnal? Harold is going to be partying all night long. He'll be making lots of noise, and your mother and I don't want to keep you up all night, so he's going to spend the night in the kitchen. Please, Dad, I pleaded. Please let Harold stay with me and Robbie. We promise we'll go right to sleep. He won't keep us up. I don't think... Just for tonight, Dad, I interrupted. Let's see. If he keeps us up, then we'll take him downstairs. I promise. Well, I hugged my dad around the waist and looked at him with my sad puppy eyes. Pretty pleased with the cherry on top. Oh, all right. Yes, the sad puppy eyes work every time. Thanks, Dad. You're the best. After we finished brushing our teeth, I filled up Harold's water bottle and we went to my room. I put Harold's cage right in between our two sleeping bags. You'll be safe tonight, little guy. Robbie and I will protect you, and if you have any nightmares, we'll always have the dream police. Harold looked up at me and wiggled his nose. Then he jumped on his hamster wheel and started running. My mom and dad walked in to say goodnight. Looks like the party's already started, said my dad. Are you boys sure you don't want us to put him in the kitchen? That wheel is awfully squeaky, said my mom. We're sure. Well, just let us know if you change your mind, okay? Good night, said my mom. Don't let the bed bugs bite. She gave us a kiss. Good night, said my dad. Get some sleep. They turned off the light and shut the door. As soon as we heard their footsteps disappear down the hall, Robbie and I turned on our flashlights. We wanted to watch Harold in action. Since he'd slept most of the day, I wanted to see what he did when he was awake. Wow, he sure runs fast for such a little guy. Look at him go, said Robbie. I'm getting tired just watching him. I wonder how fast he can actually run. You mean how many miles per hour? Yeah, come on, Robbie, you must know. You know everything. Well, not everything. You mean there's something the walking encyclopedia of science doesn't know? I don't know how many miles per hour a hamster can run, but we can look it up on the internet tomorrow morning. Robbie is a computer whiz. If there is something he doesn't know, then he can definitely find the answer on the computer. Harold finally got tired of running on the wheel and jumped off. I wonder if all that running makes the little guy thirsty. Harold waddled over to his water bottle and took a sip. I guess you know the answer to that question, said Robbie with a chuckle. I guess so, I said, laughing. Robbie, you are so lucky you get to have pets in your house. I love having Harold. It is really fun to have pets, but they are a big responsibility. Now you sound like my mom, but it's true, Freddy. It's a lot of work. I'd love to have just one pet. Well, be happy your mom let you bring Harold home for the weekend. That was really nice of her, considering she doesn't like animals in the house. I am happy, really happy, I said, smiling at Harold. Robbie yawned. I'm tired, he said. Let's go to sleep. Okay, good night, little guy, I whispered to Harold. Good night, Robbie. Don't let the hamsters bite. Very funny. Good night, Freddy. We turned off our flashlights, rolled over, and went to sleep. So it's the last page. There's only a few sentences left. This chapter is called The Great Escape, but there is no escape. I'm not really sure what's going on. Guess we'll have to read to the end to find out. Don't know why it was called that if there is no escape happening. Sometime in the middle of the night, I awoke to the sound of Susie flushing the toilet. I decided to turn on my flashlight to check on Harold. I looked, and then I rubbed my eyes and looked again. He was gone. I shook Robbie. Robbie, wake up. Harold's gone. I guess that is the answer to my question. The Great Escape happens the very last sentence of our chapter. So chapter 6 for tomorrow is come out wherever you are. So how did he get out? What do you think happened? So before we read tomorrow's chapter, I want for you to think about an answer to that question. What do you think happened that Harold was able to get out of his cage? Did the boys have something to do with it? Did the hamster have something to do with it? Did somebody else have something to do with it? I want you to think about it. And we'll see. I'll share my thoughts before we read tomorrow. And as we continue into our next few chapters, we'll see what actually happened. All right. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.